Hey, tabletop role-playing game player, can you do me a favor before you judge the game? Before you judge the game master? Can you first focus on yourself and playing the game right and being a good player? I have seen dungeon masters that run really fast combat, and then they get some new players. Those players come into the game, and those players are really slow. They're slow in their reactions, they're slow in what they're doing, and you want to know what these players do after so many sessions? They go to that dungeon master and complain about how slow the combat is, even though that dungeon master, when given players that are playing well, people praise those DMs for how fast their combat is. But yet with these players being slow, somehow in their heads, it's the dungeon master, or maybe it is the game. I have seen game masters pass over the game to the players and allow them to control the pace. I've seen players that half-ass this entire thing. They destroy the pace of the game at those points. With that same group, when that game master takes control again, the pace goes back to normal and fun and enjoyable. And then after a few sessions, those players come to that game master and start complaining to him about the slow pace of the game that they are guilty of, but that's not how they view it. The game must be slow. It must be the game master. It can't be the players. I have seen thousands of players bring these complaints, and 99.9.9.9% of the time, the player is not being a good player and putting their best foot forward. They're screwing up. And then they judge the game. And then they judge the game master. Well, I'm like, if you want to know if the game master is really good, play the game well. See how that works out. If you really want to know if the game is any good, play it correctly. Pay attention. Don't half-ass. And then you can see if the game actually works well. But if you sit there, dawdling away, barely paying attention, drooling out of the side of your mouth, and the game doesn't seem that great, maybe it's you, and not the game master, and not the game. So how about this, player, before you get so judgmental? Worry about yourself first, and once you get that right, then I want to hear what you have to say. Until then, those issues that you have are priority one. Don't worry about the game master, and don't worry about the game. Alright, for now, take care.